Cubs, welcome back again. It's time to step into the Lion's Den Tarot. Today I'm going to be doing a quick review, I guess. Well, I wouldn't say it's a review. Just a quick look at the traditional Manga Tarot. I just got this in the mail today. I'm surprised it came so early. Originally it said that it was not going to be here for like 2 months. So maybe November to December. But they got it to me rather quickly, so I'm super excited about that. So yeah, I don't even know if I'll upload this, to be honest, but let's just go ahead and go through this deck. It's a low Scarabeo deck, so it doesn't come with a big old box and a big old, well-published book. This is one of those decks that is just, you have to know what you're doing, or at least have a grasp of what you're doing to use a deck like this, have a grasp of how tarot works. Because they just come with a little bitty white deck that has, white instructional manual that has very vague descriptions of the cards. I personally don't mind that. I usually use the little white books a lot, or at least used to. So I'm not really against that at all. But if you're one of those people that want something a little more in-depth, you may want to go get a book specifically to describe all the tarot alongside of this. Did I move my scissors? No, I did not. Okay, cool. All right. Okay. I'm honestly like really tired, and I don't know why I decided to film this, because like I just barely have the energy to do so. But this is the little white book that I'm talking about that comes with these kinds of decks, especially low Scarabeo decks. And just as I said, this book has the definitions in multiple languages, like Italian, Spanish, just a whole lot of languages. I don't know where the English is on here. But, yeah, pretty much it's like one word. We're not even going to go through it. It's a small book. It's a very small book. So this is how the art style looks. This is what comes with it. This is the back, which I definitely think could have been fancier or cuter. But the deck itself so far is looking pretty beautiful. Let me just make sure. Gonna do a walkthrough. I don't really know where to put this. Oh goodness, I'm kind of making a mess. I wanted a nice little setup off the bat, but I guess it's probably not gonna work because you can't see unless this is really zoomed in. Okay, so we've reached the end. I personally really like this style. It's pretty much lighter weight, and I kind of like that because that's easiest for me to recognize the cards. Like if the cards did, if this deck kind of deck kind of did its own thing. Me personally, even with just the words under it, I would not be able to tell what it is because I'm very much a visual learner. So I definitely need the representation of like each card to be similar to the Rider-Waite because that's how I kind of learned it. Those are the cards that I practiced on. So I really like this. I can definitely use this. It's definitely a nice break from the usual decks that I use. I kind of like the fantasyfulness of it. I like the art style. It's just really nice. I do wish it was just a tad bit brighter, which is very interesting coming from me since I personally favor darker decks. I like decks that actually have this sort of dark mysteriousness to them. Those are my favorite types of decks. But for, I guess when I see anime or manga, I expect something just a tad bit brighter. Oh, my phone's about to fall off the table. Let's use this anime tarot as comparison. Like this is kind of like, this deck is a little bit brighter, but still holds the same weighted darkness to it. So it's like, I wonder if I can find the moon in this. Yeah. So as comparisons, these are both, you can see size comparison by the way as well here. I believe this manga tarot is from Llewellyn. I think you can get that on Llewellyn. I'd have to find that and link both these below. But these are both the moon cards for this deck. Oh, well, I'm sorry. This is the world. I thought this kind of looked like the moon. It is the world. My bad. Let me find the world. Like I said, visual learner, I was only looking at the picture and I saw the moon. That was very silly of me. Your girl did not read. And reading is fundamental, okay? Okay, sorry about that. These are both the world in this deck. You know, one is very dark, so dark that I literally thought it was the moon. It's very dark, and that this world is kind of brighter. I can definitely tell even just by the way I immediately thought this was the moon. If I use this deck, I'll probably make that mistake often, especially when I'm just going visually and I don't actually read the cards of what I'm looking at word for word. But this is the difference between these two. Both very, very bright. I'm sorry, this one's very, very bright and this one's kind of very dark and no, like... But let's go ahead and see how this shuffles. Even the back of the deck is quite dark. Like it's just very dark. And I'm like so caught in the middle. I guess because usually when I think, because of the first one, when I think of an anime deck, I'm thinking more, I guess, kind of shonen feel, spunky, fiery, energetic, and sort of bright, even though, even still carrying darker undertones, but like how this deck is. This is definitely a little more depressing, but I still like it. I plan on trying and using it. The cards seem pretty firm, so let's see how it is shuffling them. Oh god, it's perfectly fine shuffling them. These are a lot firmer than the other cards that I use. A lot of other cards, these are very firm, but still workable. Compared to this anime, manga, tarot, these cards are a little bit more flimsy, but I like that because it has an area feel to shuffling. It just has such a nicer feeling shuffling them. For me, I personally like the lighter feeling. This is very heavy and dense, but still nice. Okay, let's just look at how this looks in a spread. So I'm doing a general reading spread. You guys can check my channel for my community section on my channel for price listings if you would like to purchase a reading for yourself. So this is kind of what we have, and I'm going to go ahead and put the back of the card right there so you can get a good glimpse of what it would look like in a spread on your table. So this is how this deck looks. I know my camera has a different new setup for like it's in a different position. I have not been able to get it right for a while, but I'm going to totally revamp the way it's positioned before my next recording, when I start recording again next week. But yeah, this is what it looks like. Let me know what you guys think about this deck. I want to know your thoughts. I want to know your opinions. Do you like decks that have tarot decks that have unique themes to them? Do you like manga versions of tarot? Like, do you like this kind of art style? If you had to choose between these two decks, these two anime decks, which one would be your preferred style? That's a good one. I think, which one would be your preferred style between these two decks? Right now, I'm definitely, like I said, I lean more towards this one, the old one, but that's also because I'm very used to using it. It is a style that I'm more fancy toward. I like a little more, but I haven't used this one yet, so I want to have some time to use this before I figure out which one I like more. Either way, I definitely still plan on collecting any anime style decks that I enjoy the art for. And that's pretty much the end of this. I really do hope you enjoyed this review, this deck review. Let me know in the comment section, like I said, which one y'all prefer, if you like this one, if you don't. And I will catch you in the next video. Make sure you check out my Patreon, where I ship out readings every month to pack leaders. Also, I have exclusive readings over there. So if you're interested, check it out. Bye-bye.